মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী গোপীজন বল্লভ গিরিবরধারী যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজন রঞ্জন যশোদানন্দন ব্রজজন রঞ্জন যমুনা তীর বনচারী যমুনা তীর বনচারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী জয় রাধা মাধব কুঞ্জ বিহারী হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় রাধা গিরিধারী রাধে জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রা জয় গৌরনিতাই জয় গৌরনিতাই জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় গুরুদেব জয় গুরুদেব নিতাই গৌর হরি বল হরে কৃষ্ণ প্রভুজি ধন্যবাদ প্রণাম
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am now reading from the Lilamrita, chapter 5. It was in 1944, and Abhay specifically addressed the crisis of World War. The world's political leaders were expressing their disgust at the people's suffering and scarcity. After 4 years of fighting, costing millions of human lives, the Second World War within the 20 years was still scourging the earth. Although the end was in sight, leaders expressed not so much happiness and hope, the weariness and uncertainty. Even if this war ended, would there be yet another war? Had men not yet grasped the vital lesson of how to live in peace? Abhay quoted the Archbishop of India, "India guided by God can lead the world back to sanity." He quoted the President of the United States, "A program, therefore, of moral rearmament of the world cannot fail to lessen the dangers of armed conflict." Such moral rearmament, to be most highly effective, must receive support on a worldwide basis. He mentioned former President Herbert Hoover, who had affirmed that the world needs to return to moral and spiritual ideals. He quoted a resolution by the British House of Commons affirming that spiritual principles are the common heritage of all people, and that men and nations urgently need to acknowledge the sovereignty of God. He quoted Wendell Willkie, who, after his return from Russia, had reported millions of Russians killed, wounded, and missing in the war, and millions were suffering from a winter of terrible scarcity and subjugation. What is the true of the Russian people, who I wrote, is also true for other people, and we Indians are feeling the same scarcity, the same want, and the same disgust. He quoted Britain's Foreign Secretary Anthony Eden, who had been filled with lamentation and indignation at the miseries of war. He quoted the Archbishop of Canterbury. So, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm stopping here.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimiraandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyo cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we'll start, we'll read this verse from the Srimad Bhagavatam. First we'll say the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 20th chapter and verse number 6. So we have Asamsaktaha shariresmin amunot padite grihe apatya dravine vapi ka kuryan mamatam buddha. Asamsaktaha shariresmin amunopadite grihe apatye dravine vapi ka kuryan mamatam buddha. Asamsaktaha shariresmin amunopadite grihe apatye dravine vapi ka kuryan mamatam buddha. If you want to recite this verse, please do so.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'm trying.
Yes, yeah, please. Yeah.
Asamsakta sharireshmin amunotpadite grihe apotte dravine vapi kah kuryan mamatang buddha.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay.
Asamsaktaha shariresmin amunatpadite grihe apatye dravine vapi kah kurvan mamatam buddha. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So someone can read. I'll just put the synonyms. So someone can read the synonyms and then someone can read the translation after that.
I'll try, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Some Shakta, being unattached. Sharire, to the body. Asmin, this. Amuna, by such a bodily conception. Utpadite, produced. Grihe, house. Apatye, children. Dravine, wealth. Va, or. Api, also. Ka, who. Kurya, would do. Mamatam, affinity. Buddha, learned person. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So someone can read the translation as well.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. How can a highly learned person who has absolutely no affinity for the bodily conception of life be affected by the bodily conception in regard to, sorry, I can't see the last bit. I can't see that one word, in regard to something, children, wealth, and similar other bodily productions.
In regard to house,
House,
regard
yeah. Hare Krishna.
sorry, it might be a little bit small. So now someone can read the purport. I did not put the purport on the screen. So if you have got the Srimad Bhagavatam, 4:26.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I am reading it.
Okay, Prabhuji, yeah, please.
The Vedic ritualistic ceremonies are certainly meant to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. However, by such activities, one doesn't factually satisfy the Lord. Rather, with the sanction of the Lord, one tries to satisfy one's own senses. In other words, materialists who are specially interested in sense gratification are given permission or license to enjoy sense gratification by executing the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. This is called Trigunna Vishaya Veda. The Vedic performance are based on the three modes of material nature. Those who are elevated above the material condition are not at all interested in such Vedic performances. Rather, they are interested in the higher duties of transcendental loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such devotional service is called Nistoigunya. Devotional service to the Lord has nothing to do with material conception of bodily comfort. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So, thank you so much, all the devotees, for joining us this morning. So we are looking at a very important topic here. Lord Vishnu's appearance in the sacrificial arena. So we can see that Lord Vishnu appears now. How many sacrifices has he performed? How many Ashwamedha Yagyas has Prithu Maharaj performed so far?
99.
99. He has performed 99. And we know that he couldn't perform the 100th one. And here Lord is appearing with another person who is
Indra.
Yeah, Lord has come with Lord Indra, and of course Lord is on his carrier. What's the name of the carrier?
Garuda.
Garuda. So Garud is there, Lord is there, and of course Lord Indra is also there with the Lord, and Lord has come in the just after the 99th sacrifice was over. We know that Prithu Maharaj could not perform the 100th one, but still Lord was very, very the Lord was very, very pleased with Prithu Maharaj, and he brings Lord Indra with him. And we know that this katha is actually found in the 4th canto, and the person who's speaking this katha?
Maitreya.
Maitreya Muni is speaking to
Vidur.
Vidur, yeah. So Maitreya Muni is speaking to Vidur. Whatever happened then during the sacrifice of Prithu Maharaj. So now Prithu Maharaj is there in this, just finishing those 99 sacrifices, Ashwamedha Yagyas, and Lord has come with Lord Indra. Why did Lord bring Lord Indra? Why did Lord Vishnu bring Lord Indra with him? Yes, bro?
He wanted Prithu Maharaj to forgive Indra, so he's bringing the culprit in front of him.
Yes, correct. So he wanted Prithu Maharaj to forgive Lord Indra. That's very nice point. And also, anything else? And now he will also be giving some instructions, and he wanted Lord Indra to also be there to
hear.
hear, so that he can also get purified by the instructions of Lord. We know that Lord Krishna gives instructions in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So that was a battlefield where we see Lord Krishna and Arjuna. They are not in a place where they sacrifice perform, where place is purified, time is good, all those things. Because when a sacrifice is performed, then all those things are taken into consideration. The time should be good, the place should be good, everything should be good, and all the brahmanas should be very, very qualified. But we see that Lord Krishna, was in the battlefield with Arjuna. Tathasvete rahayite mahati shandane sthito Madhava Pandavascheva Divya Shankha Pradadmadu. So they were seated on a chariot, and Lord Krishna actually gave instructions to Arjuna. And after we know that after Lord Krishna spoke, Arjuna's bewilderment, Arjuna's moh was gone. And then at the end he says, the Karishya Vachanantava, I will act according to your instructions. So here, that was a battlefield, and that was a chariot. And here, we know that it's a place where sacrifice is performed, and Garud is there. And Lord is Lord sitting down and speaking? Lord is standing with with his feet above the ground, slightly above the ground, and he's putting his hands on the shoulders of Garud. So he's speaking. So Lord is speaking here, and these instructions are as good as Bhagavad Gita, because this is spoken by the Lord himself, Lord Vishnu. And we know that Lord spoke to Arjuna. Here Lord is speaking to Prithu Maharaj, an incarnation of the Lord, empowered incarnation of the Lord. And with him is Lord Indra. And Lord wants Prithu Maharaj to forgive Lord Indra. So we can see that sometimes Lord Indra does all these things, but Lord still doesn't take it very seriously. Right? We can see in the past times, there's so many past times. Like for example, we see that when he was performing a sacrifice, and then Lord Indra takes the horse and then lives near the ashram of Kapil Muni. Does anyone know who was performing that sacrifice?
King Sagara.
Yeah, King Sagar. King Sagar, actually. King Sagar was performing this yajna, and he was performing Ashwamedha yajna as well. And then the horse was stolen by Lord Indra, and he goes and leaves it outside the ashram of Kapil Muni. And we know that the sons of Sagar, who thought that the culprit is Kapil Bhagwan, they all got killed. They all got destroyed because of their own aparadh, and they got burnt. And so many things happened as a result. Later on, the Ganga was brought and everything. But there is no mention of any punishment given to Lord
Indra.
Lord Indra. Lord did not punish him. And also we see that even the Govardhan Leela, of course, Lord Indra was showering rain very, very heavily. The thunderbolt, storm, rain, and everything. But what did Lord do? Did Lord send his Sudarshan Chakra to give trouble to Indra or to behead him?
No.
No, Lord did not do that. What did Lord do? Lord just took all the residents and just lifted the Govardhan hill, and everyone took shelter of the Govardhan hill. And then later on, we know that Lord Indra comes, and there the Lord actually header, papers there. What did Lord want to do? Why did Lord do this lila? Like when it's connected to Indra, for him, what was the real thing? What did he achieve? What did Lord Indra achieve there?
Indra realized his own mistake, that he was going against the Lord, and he was puffed up about his own condition.
Yeah, he was puffed up. He was puffed up. So he was very proud. So what did Lord want to do? Lord wanted him to
get rid of that pride.
That pride. So that's why Lord stopped the worship of Lord Indra. And there's many reasons why the Govardhan Lila is performed by Lord. But so he wanted him to give up that pride, because there's sometimes people get pride that I am so and so, I'm so great. So Lord wanted him to give up the pride. And see, and then we know that there's other times when Lord actually. So that's one time, like when Lord Indra takes the what do you call the horse of Sagar Maharaj, and then he hides or lives near the ashram. That's one incident where Lord did not actually punish him very badly, and then he did not do anything to him. And then again, this one here, Govardhan Leela, Lord wanted him to give up the pride. So Lord actually does different things in different ways and for our purification. And here we see that Lord Indra had stolen the horse, taken the horse, and then sacrifice, the 100th sacrifice could not be completed. So Lord brings Indra with him. Indra took that, and so Lord Vishnu brings Lord Indra with him so that Prithu Maharaj forgives him. Why do you think this is important? Why? Why does Lord do all these things?
He wants to show the greatness of Prithu Maharaj as a devotee, how great he is.
Yeah, that's one of the things. He wanted to show the greatness of Prithu Maharaj, how great he is, because a great devotee is very forgiving. Isn't it true? A great devotee forgives. We can see there's so many examples in the scriptures. What makes a person great? Tolerance, forgiveness, these are the things which makes a devotee great. Being compassionate, these are the great qualities that are automatically come in the devotees. So we see that, for example, Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj, we know that, of course, he went to perform austerities. 6 months, after 6 months, he was able to see the Lord face to face. 6 months. And then when he was coming back after seeing the Lord, his mother, of course, what's the name of the mother?
Suniti.
Suniti, correct. Suniti. And then Suruchi was also there. Suruchi is the mother of
Uttam.
So they were both in the same chariot, and then there is no mention of any envy towards
Suruchi.
Neither the mother is envious at all. She is forgiven, and we see same with Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj had also forgiven what the mother had done. He never mentioned anything like that after that. So that makes him great devotee. Yudhishthir is one. Yudhishthir, we know that his Ajata Shatra, one whose enemy is never born, Ajata Shatrava. Because the qualities of a devotee are Titikshavaha Karunika Surda Sarvadehinam Ajata Shatrava Shanta Sadhava Sadhubhushan. Is that the best? So we see that after the battle took place, Yudhishthir also lost so much in the battle. Even what's his name? Arjuna's son, Abhimanyu, died, and so many other people died during the battle. Even the Pandavas, the 5 sons, died. they lost as well quite a lot during the battle. But when it came to Dhritarashtra was of course alive. But after the battle, they were keeping Dhritarashtra in the palace and looking after him just like their own.
Their own brother, Bhima,
No, Bhima was saving them.
Like
Bhima,
own father.
own father.
yeah, Bhima, they're like their own father. They were saving him, and they were not very happy when Vidura actually took Dhritarashtra at night. You know, Vidura had come actually for the same purpose, and they were looking after him so nicely. They've forgiven him. So forgiveness is a very great quality, and so he brings Lord Indra so that Prithu Maharaj forgives him. And we know that Lord Indra, who also had so much of desires, he did not, and he was feeling insecure. He also, after hearing all these words of Lord, what does he do? He falls at the feet of Prithu Maharaj. Yeah, he falls at the feet of Lotus feet of Prithu Maharaj, and Prithu Maharaj quickly actually lifts him up and embraces him. So Lord Indra also is forgiving. Of course, there's no aparad that he did, nothing else that he did to Lord Indra, but he is also, just embracing him. So this is actually what makes one great. So here in this katha, we learning a very, very important quality of forgiveness. So so Lord brings and then says to Prithu Maharaj, forgive. Indra has come with me for asking for forgiveness. Please forgive him. Lord says, and then Lord starts talking about it's very nice. One of the very nice verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam says, "Purusha yadi muhyanti." Of course, you have already read this. Twadrisha deva maya shrama eva param jato dirgaya vriddha seva. So if a personality like you gets bewildered, sadrisha, like you, by yoga, deva maya, by illusory energy of the Lord, person like you get bewildered, and what is the best purpose of all the dirga vriddha seva, all the long, what do you call, long time vriddha seva, not vaya vriddha jnana vriddha seva. That means the purpose of all this service to all the great devotees for such a long time which you did. What is the actual purpose? It's actually shrama. If you get bewildered, if person like you get bewildered, and then he talks about, of course, this fourth verse, and then fifth verse, of course, he talks about this body. So this body, he says, body is actually born from avidya kama karma bihi. This body that we have is vidya, avidya karma. Avidya means avidya.
Ignorance here.
Ignorance. So because of ignorance, we have so much karma, so many material desires. And because we have so many material desires, we perform so many different kinds of karma, and then we get
entangled again.
Keep getting different kinds of body. And so Prati Buddha means one who is intelligent. Anusajjate. How will such a person become attached to such a body? How could one in knowledge actually become attached to such a body which is born from ignorance? So Arabdha means, of course, created or produced. This body is produced of avidya, kama, karma, bhi. How can such a person get bewildered? And now, in this verse, Lord is saying that same is continuing the same discussion, because first he's talking about the body, And then later on, from the next verse onwards, he will be talking about the Atma. This is like we know that Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita starts all the instructions on Atma first, the soul. Asocyanam asocastvam pragyavadam sabhasane gatasu negatasu na anusochanti panditaha. So Lord is saying, na anusochanti panditaha. So a pandita does not get
bewildered.
Doesn't remain pandita. So here Lord is saying, similarly, a knowledgeable person does not get bewildered by a bodily bodily conception. And he says here, asam saktaha sarire asmin, this body, and it's sarire asmin, this body, one who is unattached to the body, unattached to this body, anasakta, asam saktaha. Ka kuryan mamatam buddha. How can such a person who is not actually attached to the body have attachment for what? Things which are born from the body. Amuna utpadate, from this bodily conception, what is actually born? Griha. What else?
And about them means the children.
Yes. And dravine.
And dravine. And dravine means wealth.
Yeah. Wealth. Yeah, wealth. So these things, these are first body, and from body, then all these things are born. These are produced from griha. There's another verse, griha chetra vasunicha. Griha chetra means like land or section. Vasuni means wealth. So there's one verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam as well. Lord Kapil Bhagwan actually. Lord Kapil actually says that verse. So here is Prabhupada actually writes similar other bodily production, similar chetra, griha, and other things. How can asamsakta shariresmin? Also, we know that the unattached to the body, that means one who is unattached to the body, how can such a person be affected by this, house, children, wealth, and other things? So we know that one special thing about Prithu Maharaj is, so this is like a Vang also. But how can we know that people, when they are born, how do they normally they appear, or they're born? They have accept from father, they accept from mother. Isn't it true? They're born from a father, born from a mother. And this Prithu Maharaj actually, when he was born, how did he get born? How was he born?
He was born through churning of the body of King Vena.
Yeah. He was chained he was born in a very different way. Someone's body was chained. King Venus' body was chained. So there's no mother there, and he's not being born in a normal way. So now he has got a body, and some saktaha can be a Vang, that who is actually did not born in a normal way with a body. He's got a body by chaining actually. How can such a person? Of course, he was also unattached to the body, and then also in another way, he was born in a different way, not the normal, by mother and father. How can such a person be attached to the house, children, wealth, and other things? So Prabhupada writes here in this purport here, in previous verse also he gave this he explains the same thing here. Tre gunya vishya Veda. So Vedas deal with three
modes of material nature.
Material nature. So Vishya, Tre gunya vishya. The subject matter of the Vedas is Tre gunya. Tre gunya vishya Veda. Nistraya Gunya Bhavarjuna. You should become above
the three modes of material nature. One should rise.
Nistraya Gunya Nirdvanda Nitya Sattvasto Niryokshyamu Atma. So he says that. So here, the verse is quite nice, very nice verse, talking about not being attached to the house, to children, to wealth, and other things. So, and of course not the body, because and knowing that we are actually not this body. So we will. I think it might be best to finish a little bit early, maybe 1:45, because I think people might be going to work. I can see a lot of devotees are leaving one after the other. So we have another. Is it okay, Mataji? I can finish 1:45, because I think there's another.
Yeah, that's fine, Prabhuji.
7 to 8 there was class, and maybe there's other devotees who may have work. So, and I can see devotees are leaving. Yes, we have got some time. We have got another 6 or 7 minutes, so we can just quickly discuss what are some of the important things that we learned from this verse, or what we have discussed so far, or if you have any questions.
Prabhuji, here what you have told is that the situation is a bit different from the Mahabharata situation, where Krishna was telling to Arjuna in person to person, in a personal one-to-one case, whereas Lord Vishnu has here come down with Garuda, and in the sacrificial arena, he is talking in presence of a lot of other people.
Yes.
So his advice, although same thing, he is advising differently in a different situation here. And one thing is also, what I understand is that what you have told, that sometimes what the Lord says, sometimes it does not happen the way sometimes the devotees think themselves. That what they expect, the Lord sometimes sees differently, and then a devotee properly then tries to understand, because ultimately Lord is giving us the proper advice. From him everything proper is coming. So as Arjuna was thinking in the case of Mahabharata, that what he is doing is right by taking care of his relatives and devotees and families and the society. But here similarly, Prithu Maharaj has not completed 100 horse sacrifice, but Lord is saying that it is all right.
Yeah.
And he should also.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
And he is also telling to forgive King Indra, which normally in our material concept we think it should not have been taken place.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. So yeah, we can see that's just a very, very nice point. Yeah. And see, remember, 99 sacrifices if someone performs, and also when his Lord is asking for the benediction at the end, he's only asking Lord to give him million years, so that he can hear from the devotees. And you see how qualified he was. He does not say that, please Lord, make me complete that one sacrifice that is left, and then I can ask for anything. Does he ask for that?
No.
It doesn't say, I want to do one more. If and if someone, like for example in this world, if they get maybe 99 marks, they say, oh, if I've got one more, 100. Or if they do something and it's not complete, because we know that 99 is considered not complete when it comes to the Ashwamedha Yajna. Of course it is. Everyone wants to do how many? 100. But still, he never said to the Lord, okay, Lord, I'm still not satisfied. You give me this first and then I will ask for anything else. Never said that. So we can see he was satisfied. Whatever Lord said, he accepted fully. And then he forgave Indra actually. And Lord Indra also felt very ashamed. It's mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he felt very ashamed. Yeah, so yes, anything else? Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for the very nice class. I like the point about the great qualities of devotees: tolerance, compassion, forgiveness. I like that point that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Mataji. And Lord Krishna also, after speaking the Bhakti Yoga, he starts talking about Advashta Sarva Bhutana Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamo Nirankara. All those things, Lord Krishna is speaking. That Lord Krishna is expecting the qualities. So he wants the devotees to have those kind of qualities in them. And also in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it's mentioned that when one performs devotional service, all the good qualities will come in the devotees. Yes, so qualities are important. So it's just not only doing all those things, but devotional service is the transformation of the
person.
Heart. Yes.
heart, change of the heart, transformation of the heart. That is devotional service. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Anything else? Any other thing that you learned? So we can see that also Lord Indra, he does all these things, but we can see Lord doesn't actually take all these things seriously. He was taking the horses, because there's one thing very important that Lord will actually say later on, that the sukh and dukh one should learn to
Tolerate.
tolerate. We know that in the Bhagavad Gita there are so many verses. Wherever the sukh dukh mentioned, Lord says tolerate. Matras prasasta konteya, sitoshna sukha dukkara, agama pahino nitya, stamsa dikshisha bharata, yamhina vetyanjete purusham purusha sava, samad dukh sukham diram somritattvaya kalpate. All these wonderful verses, very nice verses Lord Krishna speaks. So he wants us to tolerate the dukkha, and also tolerate and forgive the people who give us the dukkha. So tolerate happiness and distress, because if someone gives us happiness, we don't have any problem. But if someone gives us distress, then there's a problem. And then we don't want to forgive those people. Lord Ramachandra says very nicely to Shabari, Astami yatha labh santosha sapnehu nahi dekhe padrosha. Whatever you get, you should be satisfied. But if you don't get because of someone else coming on the way, then you should not see even the dosh in that person, even in the dream. Sapnehu nahi dekhe pardosha. Pardosh means the false. So that's what Lord Ramachandra says. So if someone gives happiness, of course we are always happy. If someone gives happiness, we consider that person great, and we want to have more happiness from that person, and we consider that person a friend. And we don't get someone gives dukh, we become envious, we start responding, behaving with them in a different way. We get angry with them, we get envious of them. The Lord says that you should forgive. So give and forgive. There's give and forgive. So give and forgive. What forgive means, of course, forgive those people who give you dukkha, and also give what? Give sukh to the others, and forgive those who give dukh to you. Dukh to you. Hare Krishna. Anything else? Just one point, and then we can conclude.
Really, on this context, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, as we have told, the devotees have all the good qualities. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami has highlighted when a Vaishnava does the 26 qualities develops in him. He has given a full list of that. That finally, that never grows with any other person. Only with a devotee, proper devotee who is a proper Vaishnava, he develops these 26 qualities.
Yeah, because if the others have some qualities, then it's just like decorating a dead body. Because if one is Vishnu Vimukh, then he's like a shower. Shower means dead body. Vishnu Vimukh, Shruti Santa Virodi, all these different things are mentioned. So which means one who's not a devotee, and if they have some qualities, it's actually just not that good. They might have some qualities, but devotees should have good qualities, and those many qualities are mentioned even in the Bhagavad Gita. Many qualities. So thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you all the devotees for joining us this morning. Hare Krishna. And Mataji, is it okay we conclude here?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vaishnav Kripa Sindhu.
Sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnav ki jai.
Bhaktavinda ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
His Grace Madhav Govind Prabhu ki.
Jai.
Thank you.